it helps to have someone in your crew like Esteban, you know what I mean? That's quiet and capturing the shit. And you don't even remember, dog, who's doing that shit. You're doing your day-to-day shit, Holmes, and he's just capturing it. And there's so much shit that we just didn't have cameras at. It would take a whole movie just to show our mistakes and failures, Holmes. Or times we got burned, took an advantage of, you know what I'm saying? Time we let our guard down, you know? We started filming, and about 10 years ago, we were like, we got enough. We're good. And it took us 10 years to do this. So people might be at home being like, this guy's a guy that had it easy, you know, they must be nice, Holmes, you know, you hear all that shit. But you don't hear it that much. But I imagine, because I critique my own stuff, and I know that, fuck, I've been sitting on the couch my damn self critiquing some shit. Never thinking I would meet that person. And long story short, it took us probably about a year just with Netflix to get them from the first conversation to like it coming out. Most of all these projects take a year. And I think even the American Netflix might have passed on it. And the Latin America Netflix is the ones that don't. It's all one Netflix, but each of them might have their own budgets to create content. So it was Latin America Netflix that made it happen. But it premieres everywhere in the world, in Thailand, in Australia, South America, everyone in the same day. So it was something that it's really weird doing a movie about yourself. You have to put some honesty in there. I had to put some, I let my 14-year-old karate pictures loose, looking crazy, but I was a sign of the times, almost, you have to be fucking there to know that style was the style with our hair long and a pompadour in the front. Shit fucking funny, man, but yeah, that was me, So you try to just put your kid pictures in there, and they asked my parents a couple questions. I mean, bro, you can't do 50 years in 90 minutes, it's impossible, Holmes. There's so much shit that's left out. There's so many cool shit that we did that didn't make it, and negative shit that we were like, I ain't gonna tell myself, fuck that shit, you know what I mean? What's more interesting than that shit? Like your own history, your people, your city, you know what I'm saying? All that is a trip. We have a lot of this area over here has a lot of native names for the streets and shit, and it's Winnetka. So Winnetka, they came from Chicago and they set up shop over here, and they just named it that. But it's middle class, diverse neighborhood, But it's a trip that I'm not sure exactly what that had to do with it, but this job's kind of invisible in our head, and we have to make it manifest. We have to create content out of our experiences, out of the way we look at life. Fortunately, we're able to feel the pulse on what's hot. We walk into a Supreme store, go into fucking Undefeated, or be on Fairfax. I think the part that's the weirdest to me, because I can remember kind of everything a lot about that time, but when you see your life kind of laid out like that, you can see your patterns, and you can see maybe that at the time I was more about doing what was in front of me than the big picture. Like, we had never seen really guys like us do what we did, so we couldn't, but we've seen rappers do it, or we've seen these other guys that just work for the label do it. So I'm like, well, if that fool, he just works at the label, like, motherfucker stays in a German car, stays fresh, always has his shit right. Like, all right, I gotta at least be as good as that guy. He can't even fucking draw, Holmes, So you pick up shit along the way from different people, and you mirror yourself a little bit off of their good traits, right? And so I think I just didn't realize where we were going, but that it had to be done type shit. Like, me and E would just brutally network, Holmes, in the fact that go to this restaurant, go to this spot, go to this club, go to this music video, go. It was just every day. That's all we did. Homes did ambush shit, and I would just draw shit on the wall, or I would do wild ass shit, and people be like, "Oh," like just floss on them, to flex on them, like boom, like this is from the hand, this is off the dome. Like people love that shit, you know. So they didn't know I practiced the shit 100 times in my bed. So it looks like I'm just casual. Yeah, hey, what's up, man? They hand me a can, yeah, and I just bust out a skull and a rose. And they're like, oh, shit. Did it 100 times at the crib, you know, or in my studio. So you have to be prepared for when that door opens, your shit's right, you know? And the timing is a big, big, big part of it, bro. We turned down all the reality shows, Holmes, 10 years in order to give you guys this doc. You know what I'm saying? To share this doc. I had to keep the Eminem interviews quiet. I had to keep the Kobe interview quiet. I had to keep all that. I didn't post none of that shit. So that you guys can get caught off guard and surprised for once. Because with social media, you know what a motherfucker ate that day. You know, his old lady got tits done. And they bought a fucking new house and had a kid. So it's like, I see you for a year. I don't even got to be like, what up, boo? What you I know exactly what you've been doing, motherfucker. Nah, but try to keep it under wraps. So it was hard. It's a process, man. Esteban can tell you so much more technical stuff about it, you know, from a director's eye. You know, it's 2 stories, but they're all intertwined, you know what I'm saying? And hey, we went from being like bachelor maniacs traveling on tour, Savage style, to being married with kids, bro, at the baby valet. Don't get it fucked up. I'm gonna SS on 22s, dog. That might be some smell like dank in the car, and I'm parked in the handicap spot. But still, we've changed, Holmes. We're older now, you know? And we're still here. I still feel like a 20-year-old kid, dog. I don't leave the pad with my shit looking fucked up. Just in case, you never know you're gonna run in, Holmes, you know? So all that type of shit, my car is washed and detailed. My kids are like professional detailers, dog. When people come and get tattooed, my teenage son washes their car and details it. They leave with like a bottle of water in their shit, with the fucking floor mats washed and the fucking shit looking wet with the tire glaze on. After I order DoorDash for their ass. Because when someone gets tattooed from me, I want them to be relaxed. I want them to be calm. Usually there's anxiety involved. I want all that. Don't even trip on that shit. It's just us. Shit's getting detailed. Just kick back and let the miracle happen. Put some cool music on. And that's it, dog. They leave with the fucking gift bag full of shit. I want them to come back. I want them to feel like, man, that was more expensive than the other guy that looked similar to his work, but that experience, and, you know, I'm able to talk to these guys about shit, you know, but hey, a lot of the shit now, from this point on, it's going to be way more surgery style, dog. Like, can you imagine, like, your wife's getting an operation, you go in there, the doctor comes in, smells like weed, and he's like, what up? Oh, yeah, man, so what's up? What have you been doing, Holmes? You know, and your wife's sitting there with the fucking thing. So it's like, tattooing is pretty laid back, you know what I mean? It's looked at as like something that's done in a jail cell, something that's done next to a strip club, convicts, cholos, fucking stripper, you know what I mean? Like the underdogs, the underground, the lowbrow society homes, right? So I wanted to elevate that shit, and I always had a private artist loft. I mean, I've worked at street shops homes to learn. You gotta learn there. And you learn, I want a private studio. God damn, people are coming drunk, they're crazy. Like anybody can walk in on the street and scare.